day, students. You are welcome to Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Today, we'll be looking at another question that dwells on the category of poetry. Question based on the category of poetry.
Eko Learners Support, a support program of the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education for WAEC and NECO candidates.
A sample question based on category of poetry taken from "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night." Lesson title, category of poetry, modernism. This time around, we are looking at modernism. The last time we looked at romanticism. And today, we are on to modernism. Subtitle, describe. The question that we are going to be looking at is, describe "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night" as a modernist poem. The learning objective is what we want to achieve at the end of this lesson. To study the poem, to state the characteristics of modernist poem. Number 3, states the demands of the question, and number 4, then you are set to answer the question. The background, "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night" is a poem that explores the universal theme of aging, sickness, blindness, and death. And that is one of the characteristics of the modern poem. The modern poem will always explore the human problems that keep on besieging him as the aftermath of industrialization and urbanization. So it actually deals with such themes and with a message of resistance and defiance against death. So despite all these problems that is being faced by human, the poem is just giving a beacon of hope that it is not over until it is over. It is a powerful poem in propelling the human spirit of resilience, ability to stand even in the midst of challenges and problems and not being crushed under it. The poem is divided into 6 stanzas. Each of these focuses on a different group of people who should not go gentle into that good night. Going gentle into that good night is just an euphemism for not giving up to death, just like that. That good night is just symbolic of death. Not going into that good night, not releasing yourself, resigning to fate because you think it is over. The analysis of the stanza. Stanza 1, it addresses old people. Old people are always very close to their grave. They know that death can come at any time. So the poet persona has a word of encouragement that even though you are very old, you can still have some more years to your years by actually fighting, doing all it takes to get well and still live some more years. The second stanza speak to wise men. Why are they wise men? Because they keep in mind that death is inevitable, and so they do things in such a way that it shows that they know that time of death can come at any time. And so whatever they want to achieve, they keep at it. But yet, while they have the knowledge of the fact that death can come, yet they still find themselves in a situation that they have not really been fulfilled, and yet death is knocking at their door, maybe through sickness. And so instead of becoming sad, the poet persona says you can actually fight against death. We have stanza 3. The message is directed to good men. There are some people who have actually done good feats in life, and yet death is as if it's around the corner of their life. So they may become very sad because they will soon be pushed into oblivion. They will never be remembered again, and yet they have done good things for the society. You can see, you use veterans, soldiers are used as an embodiment of achievement, but yet death wants to snatch them away. So the postulator said, instead of being sad, why can't you just fight with everything within you to have more years? Stanza 4, it implores wise men who had lived indulgent and reckless life. Some people have actually lived a rough life, you know, having pleasure at the detriment of their lives. And at the end of the day, sickness came knocking at their door. So he said, even though they have done wrongly, you can still redeem your years, some years for yourself. Don't give up. Then we have stanza 5. This is directed again to old people, but this time around about their declining sight. Being blind is equal to darkness, living the whole lot of their years in darkness, perpetual darkness. So that they should not just give up by saying it's one of the signs of old age. Why can't you just do everything within your power and make sure that you get your sight back? You compare the sight. They can still have sight as bright as meteor. That is like lightning. They can still have it and live a happy life before their actual death. Then we have stanza 5. This is a personal appeal to the person's father who is on his sick bed. The man has mood swings, switch, because he knows that the end has come. So sometimes he utters curses and sometimes blessings. But yet he's been encouraged too that he can have more years. He shouldn't just resign to fate and just allow death to take him away just like that. And so that's the analysis. And now let's look at the characteristics so that I can begin to bring it out from this point. Number 1, it always explores universal issues of human condition of life and death, politics, war, injustice, problem of urbanization, of industrialization, you know, all the plagues that can bring into the life of people. And in this poem, you can actually see that it addresses human condition of sickness, of blindness, of aging. And so it makes it, fits into this category. Number 2, the changing world of urbanization and industrialization bring about the emergence of modernism. It's not really part of this one, but the change that urbanization and industrialization brings about makes these poets to have ample themes to discuss in their poem. Number 3, they do not follow any laid down literary rules, structures, rhythm, rhymes. They are always coming up with new techniques and style. And here we have the 3 stanzas. We have the first 3 stanzas. It contains 3 lines until we get to the last stanza that has 4 lines. And the rhyme scheme is actually unique. We have night, day, night. Then we have A, night, day, B, night, light, and night. It actually rhyme. Then day, we go to the next stanza. The second line now rhyme with the second line of the first stanza. The second line of the third stanza rhyme with the second stanza. So all the second stanzas now rhyme, and that makes it very unique, a very unique work, literary work. Now the question, describe, do not go gentle into that good night as a modernist poem. Number one, the only way you can summarize this poem is through the central theme. So make a statement in your paragraph, the first paragraph, a statement on the central theme of hope in the face of death. That is what this poem is all about. So make a statement, just explain it, and you'll have done a beautiful job of summary of the poem. Number two, state the poem as a modernist poem by listing the characteristics. And we remember the characteristics, we'll be able to bring it out in the light of the poem. We have seen one, actually addressing issues that actually face mankind on the planet's Earth. The general issue of death, aging, sickness, blindness. Those are the things that we see here. State the poem as a... Okay. Number three, relate the characteristics to the poem where appropriate. Yes, by explaining the characteristics, bringing out the instances, and actually explaining it in depth. Number four, make concluding statements by stressing the features that make it a modernist poem. There is always need for conclusion because it will attract some marks. And being able to do all this, you will have done a good job and you expect to perform very well in your examination. I hope you have been able to learn a great lot about answering questions that borders on lyric poetry, category of poetry, and at the end of the day, you will be good for it. Thank you for listening. For comments, for questions, you can reach us in our social media handle displayed on the screen.
Acing your WAEC and NECO examinations has been made easy by the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education with the Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO Candidates television program. Join seasoned teachers as they take you through these core subjects, targeting the exact syllabus of WAEC and NECO. Watch Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates through these social media platforms to access more educational content and give their feedback. Eko Learners Support for WAEC and NECO candidates. Pass your examinations with flying colors.